Anti-Israel voters warn Harris won't get their vote without a ceasefire. This is our leverage. Uncommitted voters in Pennsylvania pledged no ceasefire, no vote after Vice President Harris became the nominee. Some anti-Israel voters in swing states are resisting calls to support Vice President Kamala Harris in November, vowing to stay home without a ceasefire in Gaza and an arms embargo on Israel. This is our leverage. Hannah Zellman, a social worker from Philadelphia, told the Washington Post of her protest vote. Her friend Leah Shepperd, a child care provider and longtime Democrat, agreed. This is all we have, Shepperd said. The swing state voters are part of progressive movement putting pressure on the Harris campaign and the Biden administration to withdraw U.S. weapons to Israel and demand a ceasefire in Israel's war against Hamas terrorists in Gaza. Voters in swing states like Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin sent a message to President Biden in the primaries by marking uncommitted on their ballots to protest his support for Israel. After Harris became the Democrat nominee, Shepperd and Zellman signed a pledge declaring that Harris must bring about a ceasefire to win their votes. They understand that their boycott vote could help Harris' opponent, former President Trump, in November. Even so, the liberal voters don't feel the vice president has done enough to help the people in Gaza either. What's really helping Trump, Zellman said, is that this administration is not listening to the voters who support a ceasefire. I do want to vote, Shepperd said, but ethically I'm stuck. Harris scolded anti-Israel hecklers during a campaign rally in Michigan on Wednesday after they disrupted her speech. You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking. Harris said, electing cheers from the audience. Harris reportedly also spoke to leaders from the Uncommitted movement on Wednesday. According to a New York Times Post report about the conversation, the leaders of the National Uncommitted movement stressed their demand that the U.S. place an arms embargo on Israel and also asked for a meeting with the vice president to discuss the demand to which she expressed openness. Reports of the meeting quickly sparked fears among supporters of Israel that Harris would entertain an embargo, an idea her national security advisor sought to clarify. Harris has been clear she will always ensure Israel is able to defend itself against Iran and Iran-backed terrorist group. Phil Gordon Harris, national security advisor, said in a post on X. She does not support an arms embargo on Israel. She will continue to work to protect civilians in Gaza and to uphold international humanitarian law. The campaign also said in a statement on Wednesday that the vice president is focused on securing the ceasefire and hostage deal currently on the table. As she has said, it is time for this war to end in a way where Israel is secure, hostages are released, the suffering of Palestinian civilians ends, and the Palestinian people can realize their right to dignity, freedom, and self-determination. The Harris campaign did not return a request for comment. A new poll finds Harris and former President Trump in a dead heat in 7 battleground states. The survey conducted by Ipsos and published this week found Harris with 42% of the vote share in Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Georgia, North Carolina, Arizona, and Nevada. Trump received 40% of the vote share in the independent candidate Robert Kennedy, 5%.